Let's compare two English dictionaries, a traditional paper dictionary and an online dictionary. Which one should you use to take your English to the next level? And is it true that you learn vocabulary better by using a paper dictionary? Hey, my fellow English learner! Here are two versions of the Longman Dictionary of Contemporary English, a traditional paper dictionary and an online dictionary. For the record, I've been looking up new vocabulary in the online version for many years now, and I've been using the paper dictionary only occasionally. That's my personal experience. But who knows, maybe I can convince myself to return to traditional dictionaries by the end of this video. Years ago, the biggest advantage of a paper dictionary was its reliability. Researchers, writers, and editors put a lot of effort into a printed dictionary. And everything you could find online wasn't as dependable. Everything is different now. There are many great online dictionaries that are updated more often than the printed versions. New words are added to the English language every single day. A traditional dictionary can't compete with something like Urban Dictionary to help you understand slang. So even though Urban Dictionary is not as reliable as traditional dictionaries because it's updated by human beings in real time, you can finally understand this joke you've heard in a TV show or maybe read on the internet. Unfortunately, you won't find a lot of slang expressions in both the online version and the paper version of the Longman Dictionary. For me, the biggest advantage of a paper dictionary is the lack of distractions. I don't know about you, but when I study by myself on a phone or on my computer, I get distracted pretty easily. I need to answer this message right now. I need to watch one YouTube video and then 10 others. When I only have my book and a dictionary in front of me, staying focused on the task is easier. Why am I not using it more often then? Because I like studying outside of my home and this dictionary is too big and heavy to carry around. But even the biggest paper dictionary does have limited space to put all the words, definitions, collocations, and synonyms in it. You also need to remember the English alphabet really well to look up the words fast. And spelling. You really need to know exactly how a word is spelled. Finding a word in a paper dictionary can easily get annoying, especially when you look up one word and then need to look up another word to understand this one. An online dictionary doesn't have all these limitations. You can forget the order of letters in the alphabet and just find the word you're looking for in seconds. Automatic completion will do most of the work for you. If you misspell a word, the dictionary will help you with suggestions. If you want to know the meaning of the word in an example sentence, you can just click on it and you get a lot of example sentences to really understand a word. Another important thing, audio. You can listen to different ways a word can be pronounced, usually American and British. And you can do this on a smartphone. You need access to the internet though. But Longman does have a paid app with an offline dictionary. But the free online version is more than enough for me personally. So there are many advantages to using an online dictionary. But there is this very popular theory that because this is so easy, you don't pay attention to the process and you don't learn vocabulary very well and you forget words pretty easily afterwards. But what does academic research show? In 2020, three researchers took 3,100 studies about dictionaries, chose 44 most relevant ones, and analyzed them. Here's what they found. First, dictionary use should be encouraged, as it's shown to be a very effective vocabulary learning strategy. That's really good news for us. Second, as dictionary form is not a significant predictor of vocabulary learning gains, there is no need for language instructors to be torn between electronic and paper dictionaries. So here you are. It doesn't matter if you use a traditional paper dictionary or an online dictionary. Personally, I'm gonna continue using my online dictionaries from a phone or computer most of the time. If you want to learn what dictionaries I enjoy, check out these two videos and see you next time with more awesome language content.